What's up, boys? Today we're going to be playing the Classic Scout. Enjoy. So we're going to grab the Bolt Shark and try to make that a mining weapon. The electrical field overclock at level 18 that causes a little bit of an explosion whenever it hits a rock or a large enemy actually causes it to do a small amount of damage to rocks now. Doesn't seem very good, but we're going to try scaling up the stats that will help that out. Fire rate and reload speed. And then I guess we'll probably grab a bit of potency as well to improve the debuffing power since we're already building into that. And we're going to grab the other medium weapons that can be converted to electrical here. We start with a deep core and we can also grab the jury-rigged boomstick. And since the Bolt Shark naturally has the electrical tag, we can get some decent medium electrical synergy stuff going on with that. Get some nice debuffing as well since electrical, well, good dodge I guess. Electrical increases your crit chance, so we can get some extra damage off of that. And then the Bolt Shark, of course, also has the acid increasing base damage. Not sure if we want to go fully into status effects. We can really go either way with that since you're getting both base damage and status space stuff with potency. Do I try this super early hooly bait? Okay, we got the boomstick. Stun sweeper would be good as well. Well, something did a lot of damage to that guy. I guess that was every single pellet from the boomstick hitting in there. Paint job, electrical, nice. Needed that. Yeah, it must have been every boomstick shot hitting it together at the same time. Ooh, XP scanner. Not the best, but still not bad off of a hoarder. Oh, the Praetorian actually blocks it for me, huh? Probably luck here, help us get some higher rarity stuff throughout the run, nice armor. And then we're going to really try and finish off the other two hoarders, and hopefully we get lucky with some actually good scanners off of them. Reload is pretty good for the boomstick. I have no idea where the fourth one went though. I guess probably Nitra here. Seems like the best value out of those. Bit more armor. Oh, he went back to where he started from. So yeah, I guess the boomstick is actually pretty good against them early on if you can stand on top of them, get all the pellets to fire together. I think we'll take a piercing there, that'll kind of synergize, help us land more electrical debuffs on enemies, and then those will chain throughout them. Projectile damage is okay, but doesn't really have anything super important. Fire rate and reload are both good. I think reload is a bit better here. This only has a clip size of 2, and then the Bolt Shark has a very slow reload speed. Well, Chemist, not too bad. So we got the bait and the 2 blue artifacts that are actually somewhat decent for the builds. We probably won't be able to mine all of the resources now after all of that, but honestly, better than I expected. Let's go reload here, try and set off some of the detonators so we can get some XP and push through here, hopefully. Big reloads. Deep core actually should have pretty good damage right now when we stand close to them and land all the shots on them, so I'm not too worried about the elites with this build. I think I'm going to look for the Bolt Shark so we can actually get some levels on that, and the Classic has a pretty small weapon pool, so it's not that unlikely to find it.
Time's running out, miner. The bugs are getting worse. Objective completed, miner.
Let's go, probably gold tier.
Back to orbit.
Medium reloads. Yeah, we'll probably try and prioritize that. Now, can I find enough flowers on the way back? So I kind of have to decide between these two now. We will have a lot of electrical stacks on these weapons, so crit damage should be decent. I'll take a paint job there, and then fire rates. Can I get 2 more flowers? I see 1, I see 2, we don't have a ton of time. Probably take a bit of damage just to make sure we can get there as fast as possible. And the classic scout's movement speed does help out a little bit.
You made short work of stage 1. Well done, miner.
Let's go reload here. Big reload. Fire rate, some early XP.
Surely next time will be better.
I'll take a reload. I don't think I'm going to spend 38 nitra for one level. That's one of the stats we don't care that much about.
Need it. You don't see these every day. Gotta roll the dice on this one.
We'll take these, and then over here... These are actually both pretty good. I think we can usually force target an enemy by just running close to them, so I don't think that's super necessary. Let's go through reload speed and even more debuff stacking here. And then I guess that's fine with the last bit of resources we have.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
Kill anything with more legs than 2.
And I guess we also have 2 artifacts out of the pool now with the holy bait used up and 1 chemist kit. The XP scanner of course has 3 copies, so that doesn't do a whole lot. Let's go a bit more early mining speeds.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get
Get
ready.
those massive XP gains off the XP scanner.
Too much crap in the way. Supplies can't land. Clear it out, miner.
Big reloads, and that's what I wanted to see. Big stats overall. Definitely need that to maximize the mining speed on it.
Landing zone ready. Impact imminent.
Big fire rates, I guess we will grab that while it's available. I'll take a purple damage even though it's not what I'm looking for that much. Still good to have some of it. Then for the final weapon, either of these is fine. Electrical mainly, but utility overclocks. I think we'll go for the boomerang and maybe have that collect resources for us. The bolt shark actually has 50 piercing, so it will basically always pass through all of the bugs there and eventually hit a wall. So could drop resources pretty far away and then have the boomerang collect those for us.
Well done. You got them all.
Let's go reload on the bolt shark since we really want to maximize that one. Bit of movement speeds. Oh, that's actually a dead end. Let's not go over there. Pays to check the minimap sometimes, even when you're in corners like that. Nice armor. can also just run after the shellbacks after they pass me, and then most of the projectile weapons will directly land their shots on them if I ever need single target on those ones. Big damage, I guess so. I'd much rather have like reload speed or potency, so it makes it better at debuffing and collecting stuff. Oh, we could have actually gotten a purple there if I had turned back around. Oopsie. Pickup radius.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The
Medium
drop pod is
reload,
not
I
going to hang
think.
around.
This one looks fast.
Another good one there.
Feeling much better now.
Bolt shark reloads.
Let's clear them out.
Fire rate works. Let's get a bit more mining speed still.
Well done, miner. We knew we could trust you to go it alone. Stage 2 completed.
I'm growing stronger.
So we'll take that and hope to get the electrical conversion at the next level. Reload's fine, but I'd like to find some bolt shark levels if possible. Potency's okay, not the greatest.
Calling to me.
Nice for debuffing at least.
I just became I'm feeling lucky.
Paint
Doesn't
job.
matter, but looks fancy.
So if we want to absolutely max the reload, we do have to take one of these. It won't affect the electrical field at all, it will just make it a little bit worse at debuffing. I think we'll take the cryo for a bit of freezing.
It's time to kill.
And then if we ever get to the turbo encabulator artifacts giving damage and reload speed off of the total number of overclocks, I mean, then a slight boost to that.
You want something done right? You gotta do it yourself.
Let's go crit damage here. The important one is the gas rerouting though, for a lot of fire rate and reload speed. I probably will just take the reload there. It's a base of 6 seconds, so quite slow, although we're already getting pretty good improvements to that.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Loot box looted.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
Yeah, that's fine.
The supply pod LZ is blocked. Please clear it out.
Come and get me, you big fuck next spot.
Bolt shark fire rates.
LZ ready. Resupply inbound.
Weapon box. We can see what we get off of that. That's actually not bad, although if we could have gotten the electrical conversion, that would have been pretty cool.
Sure, why not?
We definitely don't want to convert the boomstick to cold now, since that would give cold unlocks though. But since the cold bolt on that doesn't add any tags or anything, that's perfectly fine. And we might actually get some pretty good freezing now with all the fire rate and reload speed based stuff. big paint shop that'll take us one level away from the potential mining overclock. It does have 3 unstable, so you're not even guaranteed to see it. You might just end up having to go for like an elemental Nova build or something. Then it seems like we have basically all of the important stuff here. I'll take a level on that. So I guess we can actually just go for damage on the elites, see if we can get at least a purple. Try and pull them through some detonators over here. But we're kind of like freezing them at the wrong times. Let's go ahead and see what we get here. So payload is what I was talking about. Hitting large enemies or rocks, arrows leap behind an electrical field that deals damage. And it does do a little bit to the actual rocks themselves. Get a bit of pickup here on the way out with all this XP. Big fire rate, I think we will take that. Crit chance is fine. Probably take a reload here. Fire rate's decent. Then more reload. Yeah. I do want to maximize those stats on it. You can see it's taking a little bit of damage over there from the bolt shark piercing through the bugs. Big fire rates. Probably takes like 3 or 4 shots just to break the weakest salt stuff. So I don't know if you're ever going to make it good, but that's what we're here to test.
Stage 3 completed. Remember to mine for minerals as you progress deeper.
Well, I guess we will. It's gonna be hard to level the other stuff. We'll probably look for something other than that. Grab some generically useful gold stuff. I would finish that off, but we don't have enough and it's not that important. Kinda like some reload there, I think.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined.
One thing is the bolt shark typically well, actually, it seems like it leaves the field in there for a bit and then damages it afterwards. But the bolt shark itself only fires when there's a clear line of sight to a bug nearby. So if you're in a tiny little hallway like that, it's most of the time won't even fire. Look. But yeah, I guess the field actually does remain there for a little while, dealing damage. Just a bit of a delay between the explosions.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Potency is fine, but more medium reload.
The scout just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Let's clear them out. Meet your maker, Drake.
Can't drop supplies for you yet. Prep the landing zone for impact.
Alien. Oh.
Reload. So I'll take a blue for that. That's the main stat we want for it.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. Good work. Supply pod inbound.
Coupons, if we get some scanners eventually to buy more stuff in the shop. If not, then I guess it's still not bad for a blue. Magnets on top of me every time, unfortunately. Big fire rate, I will grab that. Probably a paint job to help the levels on that, since the level 18 is really impactful. Reload there. A bit more movement speed to help with the ammo rig penalty. Then we can probably go for a red box here as well. Kind of want to see what's over here also. But yeah, it should be doable. Let's try and line up the Zukov actually. I'll take a level there. Alright, I think we got it just in time. Another reload, I think. 325 versus 382, but that's very slow, so yeah, we'll take that. Big fire rates, yep. None of those are super important.
Gather up your gear and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
I'm not scared of you!
Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
Fire rates, reload, fire rates. But a crit chance. Take a cheat potency there, and then I guess we'll check the overclock here. Big attack stats to make it even better at freezing. Those are fine, and then a little bit more gold stuff. Probably some mining speed to help out pet junk, and then some damage and potency for most of the weapons.
Only one way to rouse the dreadnought. Destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, miner.
We could really use a gold or nitro scanner soon to get some value before it's too late, though.
Feeling much better now.
Objective completed.
Let's get the new one. Bloody hell, you're hot to kill.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bunga. That's all you got, you slippery shit! You bug hot. Shoot it in the face!
It actually is kind of cool when one of the elites runs right next to a wall. So we're getting like the explosions on him and the wall at the same time since it pierces them.
Supply pod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
Eat lead!
Decent crit chance. gold scanner, finally.
Calling to me. That hit the spot.
I'll take reload speed for even more crossbow mining. Think about how much gold that's going to give me now with how it's shredding the rocks nearby. Oh, we are very close to the wall. And if they charge into the wall, they just land hitting you instantly, so probably not a good idea to be there right when the boss is spawning.
Let's clear them out.
I'll take a paint shot there.
New gun now.
Oh man, so much gold that I missed over there from the bull shark mining.
Vaporize. Meet your maker, Drake. Bring the fire.
Decent HP.
I'm a better dwarf than yesterday.
You think you can cage me? My bolt shark only takes a few shots to break through those rocks. Cool.
Yeah. Ethan.
Potency into an overclock, and we'll have that collect XP and materials for us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, don't be right next to the wall when he's doing that.
Good work, team. Objective
Nice
completed.
freeze.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready.
Fire rate,
Get on
yep.
it before it leaves.
Oh, I needed that.
Stage 5 complete. Diving deeper.
Big paint shot, bolt shark, pickup radius, bit more XP,
Gonna roll
reloads,
the dice on this one.
more movements, reloads,
This one
reloads,
suits me best.
some
I'm
crit
raring to try
damage,
this
and then
out.
we head out.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
I think we're actually doing all right so far.
I guess it technically takes 2 shots to break some of the salt down, since it seems to tick on there 3 times from 1 shot. It's actually not too bad over there. It's not great, but it's kind of helpful with a scanner.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up.
I don't think I would sacrifice mining speed on a build like this.
Get one for Carl.
But it is technically doing something very slowly.
Loot bug looting.
LZ ready. Resupply inbound.
Divers, we can get a bit more reload, some decent overall damage stats. I do have 4 rerolls. Let's see if we can get another scanner. Multi-tool. I love multi-tool, I'm gonna do it.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Brings us down to 0.72 on the bolt chart. So we're at almost a 90% reduction in that. If it was at 0.6, then I think that would be it.
You achieved your objective in record time. Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Just what we talked about.
Reload.
I'm gonna be back to my
I guess we should probably do like a little bit of mining, but try to make sure I can get a red crate. We're actually almost out of time for that now. Might not even be able to do it. Maximize the explosions. Yeah, we actually missed a red, huh?
It's a little extra.
Some extra movement, and then we'll do some more mining then. We have a decent amount of time for a purple still. Piercing's fine.
This. That is the spot. That will keep you. Your history.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang
Probably
around.
gold to go with the coupons. Not bad, but that's pretty good value.
Let's show them some pain.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
You want some more?
Stage 6 complete. Diving deeper.
We kind of have the boomerang doing a bit there. If we can get the spiral pattern, I'll take a potency there to help push us to that. Reload.
Rarely go for
Got
this
the
one.
electrical, nice.
Rock and stone.
So that's 4 electrical. If we had gotten the one there, could have been 5 electrical as well. Would have been pretty cool. I'm gonna probably wait on that. I don't think there's any level 18 that I even really want there.
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
Mining speed,
I
fire
rarely
rate,
pick one of
crits,
these.
paint
Feels like a
shot,
brand new. Let me try again. Now
luck.
this is a rare treat. This
Bit
one
of
makes me want to be
movement.
a better dwarf. Nope. Try again.
Ew, we got that unlocked. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. Let's take a paint
Now it's
shot
my favorite
there,
color.
and there's the spiral pattern to collect a lot more resources
That's the
for
upgrade I
us.
was looking for. I already feel surely next time will be better.
Nah.
What else we got?
Reload and luck. We can only get one of those, so we'll do that. And a bit of
I just
movement.
became a better dwarf.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
Echoing mission control. He really has a cozy job.
I think it works best if you make like a clear path to the enemies as you're mining at the same time, and then it will at least destroy some of the rocks behind you. But if you just take like a normal path to the resources, then a lot of the time it just won't even be firing. Right here, that's pretty good.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready. Well done, you got them all. Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
This one's for Carl. Go to hell.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Big fire rates.
Lock down.
Supply pod active. Locate the LZ and prep it for landing.
Let's clear them out.
One crate of goodies on the way,
Think
miner.
again, baby. Think again.
Clover. Nah, let's see what else we got. I guess energy bars is fine. We're getting kind of close to the end, so we can just really pump the damage and delete the boss once we get there. Reload, I think I like more the damage.
This rare stuff. That will teach you. So you like her. Eat that.
Objective completed, miner.
We'll take some nitra to go with the gold scanner.
This one's for Carl.
Big reloads.
Let's upgrade. Not. Feeling much better now. Die, creep.
Gotta move on, miner. Drop pod will head out momentarily.
White
Phase
on
8
it.
is next. Keep it together.
Need it.
Reload,
Yes,
reload.
please.
Big
Oh,
crit
yeah.
damage. That's
I already
fine.
feel stronger.
That's
Yoink.
fine.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Paint
I always
shot.
waste my money on cosmetics.
Guess we'll finish that off now. Yeah, definitely not that. And then that lowers the fire rate and reload. I guess it's fine since we're built more for weapon damage here anyways. Global's decent. Try and find some cheaper stuff maybe. Probably not that. I'll take a cheap level there. Some movement. Kind of late for XP now.
I'm feeling lucky.
Fire rates.
I rarely pick one of these.
And then probably save the rest.
We've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
Kill anything with more legs than two.
That's fine. Well, the damage is actually pretty good with all the artifacts, ammo rig, and some nice reload to go with that. Weapon box to scale that up a bit more. Lots of debuffs at least applied by the Bull Shark. Although, if we had gotten the other passive stat increase instead of the Cryo Bolts, it would be a lot better at stacking the two damaging debuffs. Also, not the greatest scanner luck, even though we managed to kill all of the hoarders on, I think, stage 1, yeah.
The swing's heading your way. Load up. We have a supply pod prepped for you. We need the LZ clear. Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Here, have a bullet in the fight.
Scanner shows clear. Supply pod inbound.
Finish that off with potency,
Why not?
and then we'll go... Well, technically that actually does increase your potency now, based on the clip size, but I still think that's going to be way more electrical debuffs with it. Nitro Scanner just to taunt me right at the end.
It's a little extra special. Your time is up, friend. That is the spot. Die, prig. Here, have a bullet in the fight.
Ooh, gold loot bug.
You shouldn't need red. Think you can kill me? Don't think
Bull
you
Shark reloads. Make sure we get the red just in time.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It
Let's
will
go
reward you.
golds. Pump up the global fire rate and reload speeds. I'll have a little bit more nitro to play with now, and also most of the weapons are finished. I really just want to pump the Bull Shark now anyways.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it. Taking you deeper, miner. Stage 9 coming up next.
Big reloads. We can get something else for that.
Nope. Try again.
Crit chance, piercing.
Now this is I'm feeling lucky.
We have one more shop and 2 stages left for that. I guess so. We have a bunch of gold fire rates. Go ahead and finish that off. Get the death spiral.
This bugs. More options.
And just take some decent gold stuff and any Bolt Shark upgrades that are fun.
I've been dreaming of something like this. Let's shake it up.
Fire
Feels rare.
rates.
Feels right.
Don't have much gold left, so that's fun.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
So we're at 12 per second, excuse me, fire rate and 0.58 reload. So we are at over 90% reduction on that now. Big fire rates, nice.
Just what to talk about.
We have 2 stages left and it's finally starting to become somewhat noticeable. Another 5 more stages and it might become decent.
Bring it back!
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Mineral.
Diver's not bad, off a hoarder.
This rare stuff.
Pay to win's okay. We can definitely use that.
Sorry.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
That will teach you. You look hot. That will teach you. Alien, go. Hello and good morning.
Oh, those are junk. I guess we'll reroll here. We can try some of that.
Bunga. Let's clear them out.
Walk up and delete them real quick for an easy red box.
Objective completed, miner.
Play gold to go with the coupons here.
Legendary. The time is not great.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Medium reload, global damage is good. Whatever, we'll just finish that off and have that
Everyone knows that.
throw it to them to collect even more stuff.
What else we got?
I guess we can take that to delete the boss here.
Surely next time will be better. This works.
Good
Epic. Oh, nothing
chance.
for me here. Let's
Damage
try
and potency
again.
is quite good.
Gonna roll the dice on this one. I rarely go
Reload.
for more options.
Not a lot of great stuff here.
This'll
Full
do.
shark bubble.
More options.
Don't think so.
Let's shake it up.
Well, that didn't really do a whole lot. Guess we'll take some fire
We
right
don't see these
there.
every day.
This is the big one, miner. Find
We were just
the
buffing
real
the
goals.
pay to win
Take
console,
out that
don't
big
worry.
one.
I like it. This one's for Carl. Turn it off, my little friend.
Let's turn damage numbers on for the boss here. Probably just damage there.
Follow this. Up the loop. Let's get the middle. I killed the loop bug, and I'm not so proud about it. Your history. Sorry, Mr. Your own fault for being so good. I got it in the mouth. Vapor on.
Resupply prepared. Clear the landing zone of obstacles.
So I guess we probably want Turbo Encabulator, maybe Pickled Nitra here. Just absolutely delete the boss. Gold Scanner to taunt me again. XP Scanner. 0 damage.
Sure, why not?
Decent crits. It's actually one of the reasons I like getting a lot of the blue artifacts off of the Holy Hoarder baits. So you can just make the artifacts pool a lot smaller and make it more likely to get good stuff there. Alright, let's go run up and insta-delete him in melee.
This horde thinks it can kill us.
Bye bye.
Objective completed. Dreadnought threat eliminated. All tasks complete. Siege finished.
Man, we are so strong. Look at how OP crossbow mining is.
What now? Yeah, give me some sugar.
There's no way I would be even
Need it.
97% this strong without crossbow mining.
Shoot it in the face. Got it right between the eyes.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
Look at how fast it destroys these rocks here.
This one's for Carl.
Okay, it didn't destroy them, but you get the point.
One less
So global
dreadnought
damage
to worry about.
449%, 81% global reload, plus a ton for medium weapons, 95 and 383% crits stats, and we would also get a lot more from that from all of the electrical weapons and tons of fire rate reload speed. Not a ton of status damage here, but we built a lot more for weapon stats, 59 luck. Pretty long list of artifacts though. Electrical conversion right there, a ton of stats. Boomstick electrical, plus a bunch of stats, twice as many pellets there. Bolt Shark got the big stats there, Cryo Bolts. There's one that's like 15% damage and knockback that probably would have been a bit better there to really maximize the electrical and acid on single targets, but we really didn't need that. Everything was kind of just dying instantly at the end there. XP collection and more electrical stacks. And then a cold death spiral, kind of nice crowd control. Honestly did not mind that off the weapon box. Didn't add a ton of tags, just light and cold, I think. Probably had spray on something else, yeah. So just 2 tags for the multi-tool, not the greatest, but still fun to combine that with weapon box. So kinetic was 5 million. We can add up all the weapons and subtract that, and then from the electrical, I think, to find the damage over time. I guess it's hard with that because of the acid part, but that's fairly small, but still probably too complex. The electrical was at most maybe like 30 to 40 million dots. Probably a bit less than that. Not a ton, but we had very little damage, just a bit of potency mainly for the debuffing. 7.3 million stacks on the crossbow, that's actually pretty high for it. Electrical fields with the payload. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.